Sculpted in Silence by Carla Blaschka. After I got back from the hospital, I shed my coat indoors and then turned and walked quietly across the inner yard to Bobby's cottage. I used my key, entered, and closed the door behind me, and I wished the door to the past could be closed so easily. There was a purple blanket on his couch, and I let it encircle me as I wrapped myself in memories of the day, drinking coffee and tea as I wrote, seduced into missing an appointment with my agent, so I called. Too late. The sound of the shot made everything else silent. "I just heard gunfire," I said. Miles recited a number. "That's my home phone," he said. "I've got a gut feeling you're going to need it." I don't know how he knew. The day became a blur. My race across to Bobby's, the sirens and people, the ending. Dear God, why do people give up so easily? Bobby told me once that the silence in his skull was terrifying. He felt like he was set adrift between planets, all alone. He felt like committing suicide when that happened. I wondered how alone he felt this morning and debated eating that last piece of ancho-fig walnut tart I had brought over last night for his birthday, his favorite. But that bit of red on it could be blood, not raspberry jelly, so I refrained reluctantly. Food was my drug of choice, and I badly wanted to binge. I supposed I was going to have to call someone to clean up the mess, but not tonight. Tonight I just wanted to sit and feel for Bobby. The phone rang. Without thinking, I picked it up. "Hello?" "You're next," whispered Evil. I called Miles. He called the police. They eventually tracked the phone calls to a neighbor kid. He'd been harassing Bobby for months. When they knew the source of the calls, they had to wait for over a week until his parents, international financiers on a trip overseas, returned home before they could pick him up and talk to him. He told the detectives that it was just a prank. He was bored. His parents' lawyers shut him up so he wouldn't tell them what he said. He did tell them that he'd been raised by nannies. He said he didn't even realize the two strangers who showed up for a day or two and then left were his parents until he was 10, when they fired the woman he thought of as his mother. He just thought his mom ran a B&B and they were guests. In the end, the district attorney decided they couldn't prove that what the boy had said to Bobby, couldn't prove he had hounded him to his death, so they let it drop. I got Bobby's pottery and sculptures into a show posthumously, but it did not seem enough. How do you mark a life, say it was important, well-lived and well-loved, when even its owner didn't think so? Thank you.